The WTA world is definitely not short of gifted tennis players. However, 2018 was full of surprise upsets and major breakthroughs from up-and-coming and unexpected WTA players who were able to grab the attention of the tennis world. Here, we will name just a few of those breakthrough players of 2018.
Oh, she's got it! Take her bow!
Taiwan's Su-Wei started off her 2018 season strong. She reached her first WTA semi-finals in 2 years at the Auckland Open, but eventually losing to eventual champion Julia Gerges. She had a tough run draw at the 2018 Australian Open, however, she caused many surprise upsets there. She defeated third seed and two-time Grand Slam champion Garbiñe Muguruza in the second round and former Wimbledon runner-up Agnieszka Radwanska in the third round to reach the fourth round at the Australian Open for the first time in 10 years. During her fourth round battle, Shea pushed three-time Grand Slam champion Angelique Kerber to her limits with her signature unusual trick shots. Kerber was able to find a way to stay in the match and take it to a third deciding set, thus ending Shea's Australian Open run. The Taiwanese tennis magician achieved her biggest victory of her career at the third round of the Wimbledon Championships. Shea was down 2-5 in the third deciding set before battling through to win an impressive 5 consecutive games to defeat world number 1 Simona Halep.
Oh, then it is for Shea Su-Wei, the greatest win of her singles career.
During the post-US Open season, Shea was able to capture her third WTA title at the Hiroshima Women's Open, her first title in 6 years. Due to Shea's exceptional 2018 run, she was able to rise to 28 in the rankings. With the exception of the Williams sisters, this made her the oldest player in the top 50. China's Qiang has made major improvements in 2018. Her movement is much more efficient and her ground strokes have improved dramatically, so much so that she was able to make it to a total of 4 WTA Open finals, winning 2 of them. She captured her maiden WTA title at the Jiangxi Open, defeating compatriot Zheng Saishai in the final, and her second title at the Guangzhou Open. Wang was able to achieve 4 victories over top 10 players, including Karolina Pliskova,
like a boss indeed. Her home event that is a premier mandatory and takes out former world number 1 Karolina Pliskova,
Aryna Svitolina, and 7-time Grand Slam winner Venus Williams. The Tianjin native has eventually reached a career high ranking of 20 and is currently China's number 1 player. Belgium's Elise Mertens started off her 2018 campaign with a bang. She upset 4th-seeded Aryna Svitolina in the quarterfinals to make it to her first ever semi-finals at a Grand Slam at the Australian Open. She continued on her success from the Australian Open to capture an impressive 3 WTA titles for the rest of the year at the Hobart International Open.
It's another year of Hobart heroics for Elise Mertens.
the Lugano Ladies Open,
she gets it,
and the Morocco Open. She has also had great success on the doubles tour, capturing 4 titles. Mertens has now reached a career high ranking of 14. Belarus's Aryna Sabalenka broke strides in her 2018 campaign. The highly aggressive player managed to achieve victories over top 10 players an impressive 8 times this year.
The forehand, fitting it ends on net. Sabalenka beats Caroline Wozniacki, the number 2 ranked player in women's tennis.
Aryna Sabalenka's amazing run at this tournament continues. And you have to say, with the sort of tennis we saw today.
And for Aryna Sabalenka, it's a 19th 3-set win, and she clearly has a taste for beating higher ranked opposition as well. This her 7th win against a top 10 player this year.
From late last year to this year, she made it to the finals of the Tianjin Open, the Lugano Ladies Open, and the Eastbourne International Open. However, it was 4th time lucky for the 6-foot-tall Belarusian, capturing her maiden WTA title at the Connecticut Open.
Watch out, world! Aryna Sabalenka is coming.
The heavy hitter was also able to capture a 2nd title, this time a premier title at the Wuhan Open.
And there it is.
Sabalenka started the 2018 season ranked 78, but now has reached a career high ranking of 11. Despite a slow 2018 start, Dutch's Kiki Bertens eventually gained momentum in the clay court season. Bertens defeated 2018 Australian Open champion Caroline Wozniacki and 5-time Grand Slam winner Maria Sharapova en route to reach her first ever Premier Mandatory Tour final at the Madrid Open. However, she eventually won her first Premier title at the Charleston Open, defeating Germany's Julia Gerbes in the final.
Loves the clay, and this is the biggest title for her of her career.
She found more success during the grass court season. At the Wimbledon Championships, the 6-foot-tall Dutch player was able to defeat 5-time Wimbledon champion Venus Williams and 7th seed Karolina Pliskova to make it to her first quarterfinals at that tournament. Bertens eventually clinched her biggest title of her career at the Cincinnati Open by remarkably beating many top 10 players, including Caroline Wozniacki, Alina Svitolina,
well, it's a perfect display from Kiki Bertens, and her summer just keeps on getting better.
Petra Kvitova,
Brilliant from Bertens. And she reaches the Western and Southern Open showpiece for the first time in her career.
and world number 1 Simona Halep.
Bertens comes up big time, having saved a championship point in set 2.
Bertens was then able to capture her 3rd title of the year at the Korea Open. Due to Simona Halep pulling out of the year-end WTA finals, Kiki Bertens was given a chance to compete at the prestigious tournament, where she lost to eventual champion Aryna in the semi-final.
She was written off before this tournament.
By the end of the year, she reached the top 10 for the first time and was named 2018 WTA's Most Improved Player. Before her 2018 season had even started, Naomi Osaka hired Sasha Bajin as her coach, Serena Williams' former hitting partner, to help her improve her gameplay. Osaka reached a career milestone by capturing her first WTA title at the Premier Mandatory Indian Wells Open. She defeated Karolina Pliskova and world number 1 Simona Halep en route to the final. In the final, she defeated rising star and friend Daria Kasatkina. This made her the youngest champion of the Indian Wells tournament in 10 years. Osaka eventually reached her biggest breakthrough of her career at the US Open. She defeated rising star Aryna Sabalenka and last year's runner-up Madison Keys en route to set up a final matchup against her childhood hero Serena Williams. In what was to become one of the most controversial matches of all time,
You owe me an apology. I have never cheated in my life. I have a daughter and I stand what's right for her and I've never cheated. And you owe me an apology. You will never do it.
Osaka was able to defeat Williams in straight sets to become the first Japanese player to ever win a Grand Slam title.
Their second match, Osaka, 6-2, 6-4.
The Japanese player was able to continue her strong run from her US Open victory by making it to the final of the Pan Pacific Open and the semi-finals of the Premier China Open. Osaka eventually reached a career high rank of 4 and was able to compete in the year-end WTA finals. By the end of the 2018 season, Osaka earned the most prize money in the WTA tour, with an impressive $6,394,289. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please support the channel by subscribing and hitting the like button. Leave a comment and tell us who you think is the WTA Breakthrough Player of the Year.